The Ripon Tigers Sports Network welcomes you to another broadcast of Ripon Tiger Sports on the Ripon Channel, 987, 93.1 FM, and AM 1600 WRPN, The Wave. And we greet you this Monday evening from Ripon High School, where we have a boys non-conference basketball matchup between the Laconia Spartans from Rosendale and the Ripon Tigers. The Tigers overall 3-14, and Laconia overall are 10-7. Both teams lost their last game, which would have been Friday night. The Tigers lost a tough one to Ripon by 10, 78-68, and Laconia lost to Campbellsport also by 10, 75-65. So, Marty, it's good to have you along. I'm Lynn Krause with Marty Ernzer here tonight. And these two schools, of course, are nearby. So it's only right that they should probably play once a year and a little bit of rivalry going.
Yeah, Lynn, and welcome. I talked to, in the coaches show, I talked to Coach Brooks that after tonight's game, he'll have played 6 of the 8 teams in the flyweight.
Oh, no kidding.
So,
yeah.
So we currently have an appeal to the Board of Control, WIA, to see if we can go with co-conferences for Ripon. But on a serious note, I want to talk about Riley Brooks for a minute. In that game of what you just mentioned, they did lose, in fact, to the other night to Ripon, I think. He played 36 minutes, got 37 points. He was 15 of 23 for 65% from the floor, 2 for 2 on the free throws, 9 boards, 1 short of a double-double, 4 assists and a couple of steals. That is an amazing 65% from the floor and 37 points in 36 minutes. If Ripon's going to win, and they only have a few on this season, they got to do something. They got to do something to get other guys involved, I think, with Brooks. They need another double-digit scorer, Lynn.
Well, you had an opportunity to talk to Coach Brooks, and why don't we pass along that interview now?
Joining me right now at halftime in the Tiger Den between Laconia, JVs, and Ripon. We're at early in the second half, and joining me is head coach Steve Brooks, like always, head coach of the Ripon Tigers. Welcome, Coach.
Thanks, Marty.
And so we're playing non-conference tonight, this being Monday, and you'll be jumping right back into the fire tomorrow. We'll be doing this again, but here we have Laconia, and I was looking at something, Coach. After tonight's game of the 8-team flyweight conference, you might as well just go over there and join that conference. You will have played 6 of the 8 teams.
Yeah, we've scheduled a lot of our non-conference games with those teams. They happen to be in our sectional, which is good to get a look during the season. But yeah, we've had our share of flyweight teams.
Okay. Last time we spoke, we were going into that Kewaskum game. Kewaskum second place in the conference, very solid team. You had a chance to beat them at the end. You had to go the length of the court, if memory serves me. I believe there was fewer than 4 seconds.
2.8.
Okay, heck, let's live on the edge. Fewer than 3 seconds. And describe to me that inbounds play, how that went down. Because the point is you want to have an opportunity to get the shot off, and you certainly did get a good look.
Yeah.
Explain to the viewers and listeners what was going on there.
Sure. We always talk about, as a coach, you want to give your kids an opportunity. And if you're in the game with a minute left or at the end, you have a shot, regardless of the outcome, if you can execute and get the ball on the rim, that's what you hope for. So, that particular play, that goes back probably 15 years when I started coaching with Andy Cerrone in Sussex. That was a play that, we have for end-of-game situations that you might use once every 3 years if you're lucky. I drew it up, and we've talked about it, but we knew what we wanted to get. We got a good pass. We got the matchup. We had Riley with a look.
If I recall, Coach, the ball went to the middle, and then Mansell was on the wing.
We got Alex a catch right at midcourt, and then Riley was up, and he came right down the middle untouched.
He flushed the middle.
Yep.
And was it Mansell, or who hit him with that?
It was Alex.
It was
right to the middle and
okay.
got a shot
and
on the
he
rim.
pulled up right at the buzzer with a chance to win it.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it was awesome. So yeah, so close. And then you just you load the wagon, smack the mules, and you get ready for the next contest. What does Laconia bring tonight? I know what their win-loss record is and all that. They sit in fourth place right now with a 4-5 record, 10-7 overall. What will they bring to the table? What will you have to address?
Offensively for us, we're going to have to take care of the ball. We're going to have to hit some shots. They're going to mix between man and zone. They'll extend and use kind of a high 2-1-2. Pressure the ball on top, so our guards got to be good. We got to get some high post touches, some short corner touches, and move the ball well, and then hit some shots like always. And they're tough kids. They've got varsity experience. Offensively, a lot of dribble drive stuff. They can shoot the ball well. Bringing Lucky Works out of retirement to come back here helps, and so a lot of the Kimberly principles on both sides of the ball are being implemented. So definitely a quality opponent. It's going to be a tough game.
I was not cognizant of that. I still see Tom King as the coach who took over for Lucky. Used to play against Tom King in City League. Now we're going way back.
Yep.
So I wasn't even sure if he was still the coach. Lucky, yeah, that'll be a formidable coaching duo. So with that in mind, let's talk locker room.
Sure.
You're not having the season you wanted. Anytime a coach is having a losing season, they're not where they wanted to be going into it. I don't care what the sport is, fill in the blank. I was going to ask you, are they still loose? And before we went on the air, they were walking by down on the court. It was pretty funny. Talk to me about the barometer, if you will, of the ball club right now.
Sure. You have an idea of what you want the season to be like, and then within minutes it can switch and change, and obviously keeps going in the wrong direction for us. But we keep going back to, if we get 4 or 5 of those 2 or 3 point losses, we're easily sitting at 500 right now, and it's a completely different outlook. So I'm very impressed with them. They've handled it very well, a lot of times better than me. They come to work each day. They want to get better. They have fun with each other. We had our youth tournament last weekend, and I had the kids in the gym working, and they like being around each other, and we laugh a lot, and we joke around. And so it's, all things considered, that part of it is going much better than anticipated.
Okay. So we'll finish up with Laconia tonight. I'll see you tomorrow night. I'm going solo, I think. Lynn will be across town doing the Beloit PA system in the Beloit College game. I believe that's Winneconne?
Winneconne, yeah.
Winneconne comes in. That was the team that threw up 11 threes in the first half? You told me. I couldn't believe that statistic. And from there, you played them even. So I know Youngbauer's one of their guys you'll contend with. I remember his father playing football for Ripon College.
Yeah, they've won a lot of close games. They've been in a lot of close games. And so, I think the one thing about our conference, Plymouth knocked off KML the other night. Waupun has gotten Plymouth this season. Like, there's a lot of teams that are right there and kind of in the same boat. And I think that, us, Kewaskum, Winneconne, Berlin, Waupun, even Plymouth, we're all kind of in the same boat right now. Our record doesn't reflect that, but it's definitely, we're going to be in the ball game for the rest of the season, and hopefully we can make some plays.
You guys had a chance to beat Berlin. That was a great game. And Berlin, I think just the other night, was it Friday, did they beat Winneconne?
Yep.
I think I saw that today.
Yep.
Best of luck to you tonight and tomorrow. We're going to be talking a lot this week. Whether that's good or bad, Coach, we'll let the viewers do some voting.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
So we'll be right back with player introductions in a moment.
And welcome back to Ripon High School. We want to thank Coach Steve Brooks for talking to Marty and giving us that inside information. Again, with Marty Ernzer, I'm Lynn Krause, greeting you from the Bob Lakuski Enterprises broadcasting bench before this big game tonight between the Ripon Tigers and the Laconia Spartans. Time now for a quick break, and we'll be back with more on the Ripon Tigers Sports Network. And welcome back to the high school gym at Ripon. As before this Ripon and Laconia game, the teams now are getting introduced for the starting lineup. And Laconia is introduced first. And we'll give you their starters here. Number 2, Carter Farrell, a 6'3 junior. Jaden Grotti, a 6-foot junior. Brody Garretts, a 6'3 senior. Keaton Grotti, a 6'4 sophomore. And Dakota Dyke, a 6'4 senior. So, Marty, they've got some height on their team there.
Those dairy farmers bring it every year, let me tell you, my friend.
They do, yeah.
There's 2 things you do. You milk cows and you play round ball in that community, and it hasn't changed in 200 years.
The Tigers, they're going to go with Spencer Schultz, the 6'2 senior, Alex Mansell, the 6'1 senior, Riley Brooks, the 6'6 junior, Kai Egamite, the 6'3 senior, and Brandon Carlson, the 5'9 senior. So that'll be the starters for Ripon here this evening. Again, non-conference game here between Laconia and Ripon. The Tigers could use a good start and a victory. We've talked about that in the past.
Boy. Yeah.
They seem to start okay, but then all of a sudden, second half rolls around and they run out of gas a little bit. The tip by Egamite was hit so hard it went out of bounds, and so Laconia will get the ball at a side out right here in front of us.
That's a new one.
So Dakota Dyke will inbound it, which he does, and passes it along now to Reed McCauley, who came into the game all of a sudden. And a basket right away by Jaden Grotti. A nice layup.
Going to have to close that lane.
Good ball movement for the Spartans that time. Now Riley Brooks will bring it up across the timeline for the Tigers. Are going into the left corner with Spencer Schultz. It looks to be a man-to-man defense for the Spartans. Here's Mansell back to Schultz at the free throw line. Schultz makes a move into the lane, going to take up a shot, and it's going to be no good. But the rebound comes away by Laconia. Grotti with the ball. That's Jaden Grotti with it now. He's got it. He's going to hand the ball off here, and a pass to Keaton Grotti, who drives into the lane, but he passes it away. A shot is up, no good. Rebound comes off to the Tigers. It had bounced off the top of the backboard, and that kind of confused the Laconia Spartan player, but Ripon gets it back, and it's Riley Brooks with it. Over to Mansell now. Schultz has it, top of the key, goes underneath. Nice move there by Egamite. And he misses the shot, but Mansell's there for the follow-up, rebound, and good.
Nice play. They went 4 across, and Egamite just came across the lane. They found him.
Now, quickly underneath, there's a shot by Dakota Dyke, no good. But the rebound by Reed McCauley, he puts it up, and it's good.
Dakota Dyke is making room for himself on the offensive boards real early.
It's 4-2 Laconia. 16:25 remains in the first half. Here's Egamite. Mansell left side, 3, no good. Riley Brooks gets the rebound. He still has it there. Now he's going to go back out on top for Spencer Schultz, who's going to shoot a 3. That's short. Rebound comes away to Laconia. Quickly the other way. There's Dyke. He's going to go to the basket, but his shot blocked by Egamite.
Wasn't that interesting the way Dakota Dyke went right through the chest of the defender. Brooks that time didn't pull up like most players would. Here's the inbound right away to Dyke, and he goes up to shoot, but it was blocked by Egamite. But Dyke gets his own rebound, and he lays it up and in. So now it's 6-2 Spartans as Riley Brooks crosses the timeline for the Tigers. Mansell will have it. This is going to be Schultz, top of the key. Looking, gets it to Riley Brooks in the lane, and Riley Brooks with a nice backhanded layup with the right hand. He never handled the pass cleanly, bobbled it, and was able to adjust. It was a great shot.
So now it's 6-4. Here come the Spartans. Dyke has it over on the wing left side. This is Jaden Grotti into the lane, makes a couple of moves, pull-up shot, good. Wow, nice play.
Well, the penetration dribble by this ball club from down to Highway 23 is pretty impressive so far.
All righty, so here's Riley Brooks having it here for the Tigers. Carlson, top of the key, wing left side. Brooks for three, shot up, no good, off the back of the rim. Spencer Schultz gets the rebound. Nice rebound. Schultz is going to try and pick it up, but he doesn't. He dumps it off nice to Kai Egamite for the basket.
Very nice use of the glass from that spot on the floor by Egamite.
Smart move by Schultz, too. He didn't have a shot, looked around. There was Egamite right there in the lane.
Yeah, it was a great find.
Put it up and in. All right. Tries to go inside now, does Laconia to Dyke, but it is out of bounds. Dyke couldn't handle it.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think if the Laconia kid does not point in favor of his ball club, he might have got the call. I don't think the official appreciated that. That's because I think it was off of Ripon. I thought off of Egamite.
Entering the lineup for the Tigers now is 23, Henry Willett, and also number 5, Cole Burdick. Riley Brooks brings the ball down, stops at the free throw line, and shoots it up and in, and he wasn't guarded very well, I can tell you that.
That's what makes Brooks so hard to guard, because he can drop the deep three. You come up on him, he'll take you off the dribble and pull up anywhere on the court.
And it's now tied 8-8, 14 minutes to go in the first half. A three attempt by Jaden Grotti, no good. Rebound Tigers, here they come. Brooks on the left side is going to stop, pull up a three. Bang, go on that.
It's a good sign to see guys like Schultz and Egamite getting in there, hitting the boards early. And we got Willis on the court now.
Tigers up 3. All right, here's Burdick guarding Dyke. Did a nice job, and the ball became loose onto the floor, but picked up by Keaton Grotti, and he lays it up and in. And along with that, we are going to have a timeout on the floor. It's Ripon 11, Laconia 10. Chef Nick and Chef Ryan of the premier restaurant Oakwood in Heidel House, Green Lake, invite you to come indulge yourself with their homemade breads, butters, and rich scratch soups that will warm your stomach and heart. That's Oakwood Bar and Restaurant in Heidel House of Green Lake. Celebrating 125 years of community banking, the natural choice to help with your financial growth, helping make secure financial decisions for the long-term stability of you and your family. That's Horicon Bank. And make the long drive this season with confidence all year long. Get ready for your next road trip with Goodyear tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon. And of course, we want to thank all of our sponsors who make our broadcast possible all season long. Tigers have the inbound. Here is Spencer Schultz with it, who got it from Brooks. He tried to pass it inside, but good defense by Keaton Grotti, who knocked it into the back court. Schultz had to run it down. He brings it up and hands it off to Mansell, but Mansell's shot was blocked underneath, and Laconia picks it up.
By Dyke. Dyke's made his presence known early in this game for Laconia.
Dyke's a big kid, 6'4".
And aggressive.
Shot is up, a three, and very good there by Carter Farrell.
Yeah, he's a thick 6'4". See how early they're going to pick him up coming off that timeout. They're going to get in, try to get all over Brooks.
So now it's 13-11 Spartans. Here's Mansell. He fakes up a three, gives it to Spencer Schultz. Into the right corner now is Henry Willett, who takes a shot, no good. And it hit Riley Brooks as he tried to get the rebound, but it was out of bounds. It was an air ball, so all of a sudden the ball was right there.
Yeah. Willett missed everything. Cole Burdick, I think in a game like this with the size you've described so effectively, they're going to need Burdick in this game. By the way, he had double digits last Friday night in that game at Waupun.
12:25 remains now in the first half.
Speaking of zones,
it's the Spartans by 2. And the Tigers have moved now to a zone. Here's Jaden Grotti with it. Top of the key, goes over to the left side. Now the ball into the corner for a three. That's going to be way off. But wow, the rebound is right there, Dakota Dyke, and he laid it up and in. He's got 4.
Well, they'll teach you usually weak side away from the shot is where you want to be for potential rebound, and it came right in his lap.
Here's Burdick now at the free throw line, goes into the lane for Schultz, but the ball was knocked away. Riley Brooks gets it in the right corner. He takes a shot up, no good. And the rebound is tipped away here to Jaden Grotti, who hustles down to the other side for the Spartans. makes a move into the right corner, lost his balance a little bit, but gets the ball inside to Keaton Grotti as he was cutting down to the lane, but Ripon couldn't handle the rebound.
Ouch.
So
misfortune.
So it goes back to the Spartans at 11:36 in the first half. It's Brandon Carlson back into the game now for the Tigers, who trail by 4. Laconia inbounds underneath their basket on the right side.
Yeah,
inbounding Grotti.
Yeah, interesting.
To Dyke. Over now to Reed McCauley. And here's Ethan Pino into the game for the Spartans. McCauley, Grotti, wing right side, 3, good. He's got 7 in the game already, and it's now Laconia 18, Ripon 11.
Laconia took a quick timeout after Brooks was eating them up from the perimeter. Brooks now for Ripon's doing the same thing.
Timeout on the floor. Drive your favorite teams to the game with Lamers Bus Lines. Lamers is now hiring school bus drivers with great pay and flexible schedules. Complete driver training and bonus up to $1,500. Apply in person or at golamers.com/careers. One of our sponsors is Edward Jones. Investing means self-service is no service. You talk, we listen in person. Call Greg Dragolovich, 748-5118, or Shad Horton, 748-2576. That's Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Lynn, you've talked about it. Cole Burdick and his effectiveness around the rim on both ends. In a game like this with the size that they present against Ripon, this is where Burdick can make a living.
He is going to be guarded by Keaton Grotti. So we'll see. It was Burdick with the ball, and there was a foul right away. And that foul looks like it's going to be on Dakota Dyke, his first, and the first foul of the game. Inbounded now to Henry Willett between the circles for the Tigers. Carlson on the left. Burdick posting up was Riley Brooks, and he gets a foul called on the defender.
My first thought is this is the set of the officials Ripon needed when playing Clintonville.
It's Reed McCauley with a foul, his first, team second. One of the officials is Rockin' Bob Fletcher, who officiates a lot of Ripon College football games, who I've gotten to know over the years. And he's a great guy. He's finally retired now from college football. He's more of a supervisor, but he's still doing some basketball games. So good to see Rockin' Bob out there tonight. Anyway, Riley Brooks took a 3. It was no good. And the ball was kind of bouncing around. Brandon Carlson lost it, though, and it went out of bounds.
Good effort by Carlson on that missed 3 by Brooks.
So, here come the Spartans now, leading 18-11. 10:45 remains in the first half. Spartans going around. Here's Pino with it. Right side again, it's going to be Grotti. Grotti makes a move to the basket. Takes a shot, no good. Rebound, though, to Colton Tash. Tash back out now to Pino, who's dribbling around. He dribbles all the way to the left side, does a figure 8. Hands it off to Jaden Grotti. Goes underneath now to Dyke, and Dyke traveled.
Yeah, when he wanted to gather himself to go up with the ball, he did.
So the Tigers get the ball back, trying to cut into the Spartan lead. Riley Brooks will bring it up for Ripon.
Haven't scored in a while. Ripon needs a good look here.
Brooks into the right corner. Lost the ball as he turned his back, but it was run down really nicely by Carlson, who gets it back to Riley Brooks. Brooks then drives to the basket and draws a foul.
I think that's big for Brooks to get to the line. More importantly, you get some fouls on this very efficient Laconia team. They're physical, they're big, and I don't care what year it is, you know, they're always going to be fundamentally sound Laconia teams.
Riley Brooks gets the first one down, and it is good. So he's got 8 points.
Mentioned earlier, he had 37 in that loss to Ripon last Friday night.
10:01 remains in the first half. And Riley Brooks makes the second free throw. All right, 18-13. Laconia the ball. Crossing the timeline, Jaden Grotti, who's got 7 points already in the game. Goes to the wing left side. That's McCauley. Ends up back on top to Pino. McCauley. Back on top. Pino dribbling to the right side. Is going to hand it off to Dyke. Grotti. Left corner now. McCauley. Stolen away. Cole Burdick on a pass inside. And this was Ty Egamite, who tried to get the ball to Burdick, who was hustling to the rim, but it was stolen away by the Spartans. Here's Dyke into the lane. Nice turnaround, but he missed the shot. Rebound comes away to Egamite. Here comes Brooks now for the Tigers. Spencer Schultz with it, wing right side. Schultz hanging on. Riley Brooks, top of the key, back to the basket. Now turns, faces it. Goes right side, Egamite. Egamite still hanging on. A couple of players went by, but Egamite wouldn't give him the ball. Now he does to Riley Brooks. Brooks has it, makes a nice move into the corner, takes the shot up and in and out, no good. Spencer Schultz got the rebound. He puts it back up and good for Spencer Schultz.
It's aggressive, but I've seen Schultz on the boards this season.
Very well done. It's now 18-15. Laconia up by 3, 8.5 to go in the first half.
Ripon zone seems to be working in their favor.
It's slow. It has slowed down Laconia a little bit. Here's a cross-court pass into the left corner by Grotti. It was to Reed McCauley. McCauley gets it back from Pino. Corner, Dyke, way back out on top. Now the wing making a move to the basket, and the shot is up, no good. Was McCauley, rebounded Riley Brooks, and he brings it across for the Tigers with a chance to tie with a three-point basket.
Yeah, that zone is nullifying penetration dribble by Laconia.
4 straight points now for the Tigers, and Spencer Schultz takes a shot, no good. Alex Mansell the rebound, and he gets fouled as he goes up for the shot.
Yeah. And those fouls are starting to pile up against Tom King's crew from Laconia.
The foul this time is going to be on Ethan Pino, his first, team's fourth. The Tigers have not had a foul called on them yet in this game. Alex Mansell will get 2 free throws, and the first one is around the rim and no good. Mansell has 1 basket tonight.
That's another one of the benefits where the zone can help you in terms of, not getting in foul trouble. The weakness of the zone is the baseline, guarding the baseline and rebounding in general. Everybody matching up on somebody to box out.
Second one's good, though, by Alex Mansell. He has 3 points, 18-16 Laconia. Jaden Grotti brings it up across the timeline slowly for the Spartans, goes wing left side. Cross-court pass, wow, to Carter Farrell, almost over his head. But then Grotti gets it, and another cross-court pass to the left side. The shot was up no good, but a nice rebound by Dakota Dyke, and he is fouled as he takes his shot.
That's where you needed Cole Burdick to come down with that board, and he let the big guy rip it out of his hands.
Dyke just had a fantastic position. That's the first foul called on the Tigers, and that foul is going to be on Caleb Hopp, who had entered the game during the timeout. And the first free throw is a little strong, no good by Dakota Dyke. 18-16 Spartans over the Tigers. 7:34 remains in the first half. And here comes the second shot, and that is a swish. Dakota Dyke has 5 points in the game. Riley Brooks will bring it up across the timeline for the Tigers. Right side, Mansell has it. And Mansell goes to Schultz, top of the key. Schultz makes no move, but just fakes it a little bit. Hanging onto the ball, now left side, Burdick. Burdick into the drive into the corner. Going to try a shot, but he was underneath the basket. He couldn't do it. So he tried to pass to someone cutting in the lane, but it was over his head, and then Laconia gets the turnover. So now Grotti for Laconia has it. Passes it off to Reed McCauley. Good hustle defense by Alex Mansell. He tried to steal the ball, ended up on the floor and kind of got stepped on. And I hope he's okay.
Good effort by Mansell. It's good to see guys go to the floor like that.
I think he might have hit his head or face onto the floor. So that's what the deal is. I don't know if he's bleeding or not.
He is.
Is he bleeding? Yeah. See,
might be the eyebrow.
Yeah, he's bleeding pretty good there. And so what happened was he dove for the ball, and then a Spartan player came up and kind of landed on top of him and landed kind of on his head, which ended up hitting that hardwood floor, and correct, it started to bleed. Well, we've got Bob Zaki out there now cleaning up the blood on the floor, but that gives us an opportunity to pass along some sponsors, and that includes Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon, who has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign and sedation dentistry. The Butzine March and Funeral Home, serving local families with grace and compassion since 1896. Fortify Bank has grown Wisconsin, one person, one business at a time, and one relationship at a time. Visit fortifybank.com to see how banking locally is a win for you and our community, member FDIC. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, in the 1960s, you didn't see this type of cleanup.
My only concern,
I mean, I'm surprised there's no hazmat suits out here.
Well, my only concern is it's not so much a concern, but it's more protocol than anything else. You're cleaning up blood with bare hands. Yeah. They should be wearing gloves for one thing. But what do I know?
Well, no, I don't know. I'm old school. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, I know, but times have changed. But regardless, I hope that the Mansell kid's going to be okay. But like I said, he got cut, and I think it's right above that eye.
Yeah, well, if Mansell's disease, then that's a different story. My hunch is I'm willing to take my chances that he's not. I'm being sarcastic, of course, because I see this all the time. Anyway, it's a good game. I think since Ripon's gone to the zone, two things. They've taken away penetration dribble. I thought when Dakota Dyke went to the high post, reminiscent of the Berlin game when Ripon went to the zone.
Yes.
With Bartle. It was working for Berlin, but then they went away from that. So I'm going to be interested to see if they go more high post against that Ripon zone.
All right, well, the floor is cleaned up, and we're back to action now as Jaden Grady brings her up for the Spartans. So, again, we're at the 6:50 mark. It's the Tigers losing right now by 3. So Grady still has it. Top of the key, wing left side. McCauley tries to go inside to Dyke. It tipped off his fingers. Riley Brooks tried to grab the loose ball, but it tipped off of his out of bounds.
Ripon's got to stop letting balls go off of them under the bad guy's basket.
So here's the inbound for the Spartans. And
they're going to call the reach on Ripon.
Yeah.
Is it on Schultz or let's see.
No, number 20, it's going to be on Caleb Hopp, his second team foul. They tried to get it to Dyke, but he was triple teamed and fouled almost immediately.
And that's what the zone's been doing. When they do get it down there, they've been collapsing very nice, Ripon, defensively.
So now the Spartans looking to get a shot off here. It's into the left corner with Jaden Grady. Ooh, he goes underneath. Nice pass, nice shot. That's Reed McCauley.
Great elevation by McCauley. The 6-footer played much bigger than his frame.
Found him right underneath the basket for an easy layup. He's got 4 points, by the way. All right, Spencer Schultz has it quickly for the Tigers the other way. There's a 3 right away by Brandon Carlson, and he makes it.
He couldn't wait. He couldn't get that ball fast enough to launch that. Ripon needed it.
21-19 Laconia. Now underneath again on a pass to Keaton Grady, but he couldn't hang on to the ball. Once he did, he got a shot, and he missed it.
I talked earlier, the baseline is the dangerous area against the zone. Ripon has to get their heads on a swivel.
And it was Egamite who got that loose ball. The Tigers bring it down the other way. Brandon Carlson had it underneath the basket, but he missed his shot. Now an alley-oop quickly the other way to Reed McCauley. He lays it up and in. Nice-looking play.
Beautiful execution on the outlet pass. The old West Sunseld.
Reed McCauley has 6 in the game, and it's a 23-19 Spartan lead coming up here on 5 minutes to go in the first half. Riley Brooks in the right corner. His shot's no good. Spencer Schultz fighting for the rebound, but couldn't quite grab it. The ball loosened out of there to Dakota Dyke, and he drives to the basket. It goes out of bounds, and whose ball is it going to be?
It's going to be with Laconia. Carlson was pleading his case with the official that he knocked it off the foot or the leg of the guy, but that's not how the ref saw it.
Coach Steve Brooks also making his case, but it is Laconia's ball underneath their basket on the right side. And it's into the free throw line to Reed McCauley. Jaden Grotti, wing right side, makes a move to the free throw line, now to the left. Back to Grotti, back to the left here to McCauley. He's going to dribble around, goes between the circles, wing right side has it. Now Jaden Grotti made his way to the right corner, and he just made a three. He's got 10 in the game.
Hop has to extend that on that zone, on that shooter.
26-19 Sparty. And what a nice move by Spencer Schultz down the lane, and he lays it up and in.
Yeah, sleeper. It was a little acceleration, caught him napping. Great decision.
He's got 4 in the game, 26-21. All right, so here's Dakota Dyke into the lane. Gets his own rebound as he missed the shot, and Laconia brings it back out to Jaden Grotti.
Right now, too many second opportunities for Laconia's hurting Ripon.
Circling the ball around, Grotti, top of the key, left side over here to Farrell. Long pass, it's a bad pass too by Farrell. He tried to get it over back to Jaden Grotti, but threw it way over his head.
One of the rare mistakes Laconia has made passing the ball in the half-court offense.
3:55 remains in the first half. Laconia 26, Ripon 21. So here comes Riley Brooks with it for the Tigers. Across the timeline. He's going to go to Carlson. Left corner. That's Willett. Carlson, Spencer Schultz. Back to the basket was Riley Brooks. Oh, man, he made a nice move and puts it up with that left hand. Beautiful.
Oh, my goodness.
That was quite pretty. He has 11.
The word crafty.
Crafty's a good one. I like it. 26-23. Laconia the other way. 3:20 in the first half. Tash with it.
Good job by Ripon with the high hands.
Jaden Grotti goes across the lane, fakes up a shot, and then handed it off over to the left side, but losing control of the ball was Ethan Pino. He did grab it, but just in time as Laconia took a timeout.
Yeah, Coach King forced to take a 30-second.
Hometown Radio is your local source for news, weather, and sports. Tune in to WRPN and team up every morning with Bob Nelson to find out what's happening in your area. Fusion Heating and Cooling, the area's newest family-oriented train dealer, offers service on all manufacturers' brands and specializes in providing solutions for all your home comfort needs. Getting the job professionally done and on time, Fusion Heating and Cooling, servicing Ripon and surrounding areas. And Webster's Marketplace in Ripon is proud to partner with Hometown Broadcasting and support Ripon Tiger Athletics. Thank you for shopping Webster's Marketplace, your locally owned and operated grocery store since 1987. Highway 23 West in Ripon. So after the timeout, Laconia will inbound the ball here to Jaden Grotti. Goes over to the left side to Keaton Grotti, who dribbles it around to the right side again. They're doing some figure eights. Reed McCauley, Jaden Grotti, wing on the left. Tries to go underneath. Riley Brooks almost stole the ball, but he lost control of it. And Reed McCauley picks up the loose ball and lays it up and in.
How many times have we seen that in this game by Laconia with Ripon, easy rebounds, going out of bounds plays, all against Ripon.
Riley just couldn't hang on to it. Then he kind of lost track of where the ball was, and McCauley was right there to fix it up.
That shot by Brooks looked like something you do in the game of horse.
Yeah, the ball went way down to the other end of the Tigers' end. Brooks had his back to the basket, got the ball, just did a quick fadeaway and put it up and in. Nice shot. 28-25 Laconia. Here's Dyke. Oh, he takes a shot up and it's blocked by Agamite.
Yes.
Dyke had posted up. Agamite says no way and blocked it out.
Ripon just got bigger, not as quick, but bigger with Burdick in for Carlson.
Here's a three off the inbounds. No good. Rebounded by Henry Willett. To Riley Brooks, Spencer Schultz in the left corner. Schultz is going to go into the lane. Oh, he lost control.
Great
theft. Dakota Dyke took the ball. He lays it up, and he was fouled before the drive.
Yep. Yep.
He was fouled outside the three-point line before the drive to the basket.
Great defense by Dakota Dyke. He's watching Schultz's eyes. Schultz is strong with the dribble, but he's looking to see who he can get the ball to. And Dyke saw that and made a great theft.
Very well done. So it's Spencer Schultz's first foul and the team's third of the half. A minute 40 remains in the first half, 28-25, Laconia. Jaden Grotti to a posted-up Dyke. Back to the top of the key for a shot by Tash. No good. Rebound is Burdick. He comes out of there. Oh, and Dyke knocked it out.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the problem. When Burdick got that rebound, what did he do with the ball? He brought it down to his waist. And that's a fundamental thing that you learn at an earlier age. It's called chin up. You keep that ball up. You don't let those guards get paw at it.
Yeah, and Dyke knocked the ball out, and he knocked it out of bounds. Ripon's possession, and here they come the other way.
I thought Ripon got a break there. I thought it was off of Burdick.
Yeah, hard to say. I thought maybe Burdick had fouled Dyke trying to go back to him.
To be honest with you, that's what it was, I guess. Yeah, he fouled him.
Because he kind of held Dyke from getting the ball. Riley Brooks takes a shot up. It's no good. And Laconia gets the rebound quickly the other way. We're at the 1 minute mark now in the first half. Still 28-25 Spartans. So Laconia posting up now with Jaden Grotti. He's double teamed in that left corner. He's going to dribble out of there, and he goes back to the top of the key. Gets the ball back quick. Now it's going to be the other Grotti boy on the corner. Hands it off here to Colton Tosh for a three, no good. But wow, what a nice offensive rebound by Dakota Dyke. He's got 7.
Yeah, he's a strong kid. He can jump. Like you said, he's 6'4", but with his frame, he's more like 6'6".
He is a strong kid. 30-25 Spartans. So here's Spencer Schultz. We're at the 23-second mark now. See what the Tigers, if they need a basket here. Here's Egamite, left corner, makes a move. Goes to Burdick, left corner, shot, up, good! Nice! Cole Burdick.
10 seconds left, Ripon within 3.
So here comes Laconia quickly. That's Grotti. Wing right side, right corner, back to Grotti again. 2 seconds, shot for a three is up, no good. And Ripon gets the rebound, and that is the end of the first half.
Yeah, a little momentum by the Tigers going in after that Burdick shot. Very entertaining first half.
With our score at halftime, it's the Laconia Spartans 30, the Ripon Tigers 27. One of our sponsors tonight is Walsworth, and we believe a company, like a family, is made stronger when differences are embraced and not condemned. Check out walsworth.com/careers for hiring opportunities. They are proud to support Ripon High School. For a truly delicious lunch or evening dinner, plan a visit to Pastimes Pub and Grill. Carol's homemade soups are always available, along with a great variety of sandwiches, awesome burgers, and salads. Be sure to try their popular baby back ribs, available Saturday nights. The next time you're heading out for breakfast or lunch, visit Mr. and Mrs. P's Eatery. Their menu includes many different scratch-made, professionally prepared entrees. End your meal with a delectable dessert from their in-house bakery. Mr. and Mrs. P's is open Wednesday through Sunday. Mr. and Mrs. P's, Fond du Lac Street in Ripon. Excellence meets innovation at Ripon Area School District through a commitment to continuous quality improvement. Ripon was awarded $1.9 million in grants to expand support for students and their families with school programming and school-based mental health. Come experience what happens when excellence meets innovation. And if you have not been to the Heidel House and Conference Center located on beautiful Green Lake yet, then now is the time. Come check out the Sunday Breakfast Buffet, 7 a.m. till 10 a.m. for $13.99 a person. For more information, go to heidelhouse.com. If you loved us before, you're going to love us even more. Well, Marty, the Tigers hanging tough here in that first half. Now if we can get them to hang tough in that second half.
The difference was that zone coming off of the timeout. Coach Brooks instilled that 2-3 zone, and that's been a big difference. What I like about what Tom King's doing with that is the ball movement, trying to get that zone to shift and catch them off guard, and then attack the basket with either with an open shot or an entry pass. So the only thing I want to see Ripon improve on, and it's not an easy thing to do when you play zone, is they have to do a better job of eliminating the second chance points by Laconia. Other than that, I think that both teams are playing even.
Quick review of the scoring. We'll begin with Laconia. Jaden Grotti has 10, Reed McCauley 8, Dakota Dyke 7, Carter Farrell 3, Keaton Grotti has 2 for the Tigers. Spencer Schultz has 4, Alex Mansell has 3, Riley Brooks has 13, Cole Burdick 2, Kai Agamite 2, and Brandon Carlson has 3. We'll be back with the second half in a few moments on the Ripon Tigers Sports Network. And welcome back to the Ripon High School gym with Marty Ernzer. I'm Lynn Krause. We, of course, are here tonight broadcasting the Ripon Tigers, Laconia Spartans boys basketball game. And we've got a pretty good one. Right now, the Spartans lead the Tigers by a score of 30-27. So we have the second half coming up here in just a bit. But first, let's pass along some more of the sponsors who are making our broadcast possible tonight. And we do thank them, and they include Horicon Bank, celebrating 125 years of community banking, building a solid reputation as a mortgage lending leader, offering lending choices to fit your best options. Horicon Bank, the natural choice, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Keep moving with confidence on your long drive ahead. Get ready for your next road trip with Goodyear tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, located on West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon. And drive your favorite teams to the game with Lamers Bus Lines. Lamers is now hiring school bus drivers. They have great pay, flexible schedules, complete driver training, and bonus up to $1,500. Apply in person or at golamers.com/careers. Well, Marty, the Tigers are in this, but they need a strong start to the second half. They need to get this lead and hang on to it.
That's exactly right. We've talked about it off the air. Ripon needs to take a lead, a confident lead, because I think those two will go hand in hand. If they can come and take a lead early in the second half, because oftentimes they don't. They come out flat during this season, the games that we've been doing. And come out this time with a lead and play strong. Don't play that like, well, I think we can maybe hang with this competition. Come out and demand from yourself that you're going to beat the competition.
Well, we'll find out as Ripon gets the ball first. If Burdick is going to start the second half for the Tigers. Here's a shot in the right corner by Agamite. It's no good. Burdick had the rebound, but he stepped out of bounds. Tigers start with Carlson, Schultz, Burdick, Agamite, Brooks. For the Spartans, they start with Dyke, Jaden Grotti, Keaton Grotti, Carter Farrell, and let's see, who's the other one? Reed McCauley. That's who they're going to start for Laconia. They have the ball now, and they're at the top of the circle over to the right side, and they get the ball to Dyke on a move in the lane. Dyke just does a nice turnaround shot and hits it. He's got 9 points.
Good start for him. Went right over the top of
He's
Burdick.
tough to stop, and this is going to be a charge.
And this is not
on Cole Burdick.
Yeah, this is not where you want Burdick doing, in my opinion. I don't like Burdick in transition. I like Burdick around the rim in half court.
That was an easy call. Burdick got the ball. He put his shoulder down as he went to the basket and gets called for a charge. His first foul and the first team foul for the Tigers in this second half. So
Ripon needs to stop right here, Lynn.
They really do. McCauley, Jaden Grotti. He's dribbling on the wing right side into the corner. That's Dyke. Cutting across the lane is the other Grotti. He laid it up, but he just missed it. Keaton Grotti
did everything right.
Agamite quickly to the right corner. Takes a shot. Bounced off the rim a couple of times. No good. And Laconia gets the rebound, and they quickly come the other way as Jaden Grotti takes it right down to the lane, but takes a shot up, no good. Riley Brooks the rebound. Back and forth here early in the second half. Riley Brooks to the free throw line. He takes an off-balance shot, probably not well advised. I think he was trying to draw a foul. He didn't. And then the ball became loose. Spencer Schultz ended up with it. He got it back to Riley Brooks, who took a shot and was fouled.
Regardless of the level of ball, whether it's high school, college, pro, when you go up with the intent that you're hoping for that whistle and you don't get it, it could not be necessarily a good-looking play.
That shot that Riley took hit the top of the backboard. I mean, way to the top of the backboard. But anyway, Brooks gets to the free throw line, and he makes the first shot. And he misses the second. It was in and out. He's got 14 points.
Ripon down by 4 early, second half.
32-28. 16-20 remaining in the second half. All right, Spartans have it. Jaden Grotti, wing right side. Cross-court pass. McCauley on the left. Jaden Grotti in the left corner. In the lane, the other Grotti out to the top of the key for a three. No good. With the rebound, Cole Burdick. Oh, and that could have been over and back, but they didn't call it on the Tigers. That was close.
Well, Burdick doesn't want to do that. There's no fast break going, so where's the fire?
Yeah. Well, anyway, nothing was called, and so Spencer Schultz gets the ball, and he's trying to set the team up. Goes to Riley Brooks, left corner, takes a shot up, leans in, draws a foul.
Good play. That's another one on Dyke.
Yeah, Dakota Dyke, that's his third personal,
yeah.
and the second team foul.
2 quick ones here. Stayed out of foul trouble with just 1 in the first half. In fact, he's going to come out.
And Riley Brooks makes the first free throw here.
Nope, he's going to stay. They're going to let him play with 3 early in the second half. So that should tell Ripon something.
So, yes, Keaton Grotti had come back in.
Whoever he's guarding, you want to get the Ripon player that ball. Try to get him to get that fourth.
All right, here's Jaden. And he goes to the wing right side. Whoa, that's a long 3.
Well, someone forgot to tell him.
Ethan Pino just made a really, really long 3. 35-30. Now Riley Brooks with a long 3, and he matches it.
And it was a deep 3 up top, and he was walking with it, and they realized too late that someone better get out and guard one of the best shooters in the area.
Riley Brooks with 18, 35-33. All right, underneath, nice pass, and Cole Burdick blocks the shot but draws the foul on, that was what, Carter Farrell.
Yeah, good find along that baseline again. That's where you're susceptible. So who's ever weak side in that 2-3 zone for Ripon, you have to, when I say have your head on a swivel, you've got to be ball managers. Is there someone behind me going along that baseline?
I thought the foul was on Burdick, but the officials called it on Spencer Schultz, his second team.
Well, that is weird because it was Burdick with the
That's
block.
what I thought.
It was. And my comment was going to be it looked pretty clean, but a lot of times he blocked it from behind, and the refs don't like that.
Carter Farrell makes the first free throw, and he also makes the second free throw. He has 5 points on the evening. It's 37-33. 15 minutes to go in this second half. So the Tigers have it, posting up as Burdick. He gets the ball, give and go, but it was behind Carlson. The ball became loose, and then there was a held ball as Pino had it, and Burdick tied him up. Possession to Laconia. So Dyke will inbound it. And he gets it over to Jaden Grotti, who brings it up for the Spartans. McCauley, free throw line, right side. Hey, nice steal there by Henry Willett. You're going to go to the basket. Shot is up, no good. Carlson gets the rebound. He's in the right corner, and he's going to get fouled by Carter Farrell.
Great hustle, and he's always been the best part of his game has always been defense, Willett. And that's an example of it right there.
For Carter Farrell, second personal and third team. Riley Brooks with a 3 on the inbound, and he hits it.
There's a nice assist by Willett. 1-point game.
21 for Brooks. 36-37. Laconia with a 1-point lead. Long cross-court pass to McCauley on the left side, who's double-teamed, and it's stolen away by Spencer Schultz along with Egamite.
Ripon.
Then they lost control.
In the games that we've done this year, Ripon oftentimes does not do well on transitional fast breaks. They just struggle.
Well, now the officials are discussing.
They're saying it came off of a Ripon player.
No, it came off a Laconia player as the ball was loose.
Right.
The officials got together.
Tom King is
viewed the video replay, and there you go. Here's a give and go to Riley Brooks. Lay it up and in.
Yeah, he did not throw a challenge flag, Tom King, I noticed.
He did not. All right, so the Tigers have the lead. 38-37, and another steal by Henry Willett. He's going to go down and lay it up and in.
Wow. Henry Willett's gone back to his roots.
And the Tigers are rolling, leading 40-37. 13:45 to go in the second half. But quickly the other way is Dakota Dyke, who quiets the crowd with a basket. He's got 11.
Nice little entry pass. He knows what to do. Very calm under fire with his spin move.
So the Tigers now with a 1-point lead. Here's Burdick at the free throw line. His shot is up, no good. Riley Brooks lost control of the ball and went out of bounds.
Yeah, he was between two defenders and couldn't reel it in. Yeah, I think Burdick did the right thing. He turns around, squared, got the ball. He was about 14 feet away.
Well, 13:21 remains in the second half. It's Ripon 40, Laconia 39. It's Dyke at the free throw line, double teamed, and he gets it out of there into the right wing to Farrell.
They've gone to that high post. They'll flash the high post. There it is again.
Now a three, wing right side, no good. Nice offensive rebound though by Reed McCauley, and he gets fouled.
Yeah. And a very nice job by Burdick making it easy on the officials to not only make the call, but to who to call the foul is on.
Well, Cole Burdick gets the foul, his second. Team's third. 2 free throws for Reed McCauley. He makes the first.
Hop in for Burdick. Kyle Wiggs talking to him. Believe me, when Kyle's talking, listen to him.
Yeah. Outstanding Division I basketball player in his own right many years ago. Okay. Both free throws were good by Reed McCauley. He has 10 on the night. It's 41-40 as Laconia has retaken the lead.
So 4 across. Okay.
So here's Riley Brooks dribbling it around out to the right side in the corner. Oh, nice play to Spencer Schultz, but just led him too much.
Yeah.
As Schultz couldn't get the basket as he was a little too far.
It's a nice set. One-on-one. Look for the turnaround fade.
So Riley Brooks now with a fadeaway shot. Oh, good. That is so pretty, that fadeaway, and impossible to stop.
Lynn, would you take him on your 3-on-3 team?
Oh, man, I guess, huh? That is a pretty shot. All right, so Tigers have retaken the lead, 42-41. Going back and forth now here in the second half. Very exciting.
Ripon doing a good job as we get a timeout by Laconia. In that zone, just because you're in a zone doesn't mean you don't man up. They're starting to understand that, doing a good job of it, Ripon Tiger defense.
12-17 remains in the second half. Investing. Self-service is no service. You talk, we listen in person. Call Greg Dragalovich at 748-5118 or Shad Horton, 748-2576. Edward Jones, member SIPC, and we thank them for being one of our sponsors. Also, Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, and that includes preventative hygiene, cosmetic and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign and sedation dentistry.
I just saw Gene the other day and said hi.
Nice.
That's as good as it gets, and that's not very good. We got 12-17 remaining. Ripon back up by 1 after that fadeaway by Brooks. And I think anytime you can get Laconia to take a timeout, you're doing something right if you're Ripon.
I think so too, and you know, the Tigers have come to play in the second half. Love it. And with the 1-point lead, we'll see.
That was an area of discussion you and I had sitting up here in our ivory tower, and they seem to be doing well.
Laconia gets the inbound. Jaden Grotti on the wing right side, dribbling around to the top of the key now, directing traffic, goes to the left. McCauley has it. Right side to Tash, right corner, Dyke. Drives to the basket, shot is up and in.
Beautiful dribble jump stop. He curls around Brooks and then went over everybody else.
He's just too strong. Nobody can guard him. He's just too strong.
Yeah.
So Spencer Schultz has it as the Spartans they're back in the lead, 43-42. Here's Riley Brooks. Gets it to Spencer Schultz in the lane. Drives to the basket, lays it up and in.
What great use coming off the dribble like a good guard can do. Great job with his right hand.
Good pass by Riley Brooks. 44-43 Tigers. 11:20 remaining.
High hands in the zone.
Jaden Grotti with it. He takes the three, no good. Riley Brooks gets the rebound. Gets it off to Burdick. Burdick to Schultz. They bring it down. Schultz out on top. Between the circles, Carlson, wing left side. Schultz cuts underneath the basket. Carlson, top of the key, now hands it off to Riley Brooks. Brooks looking, goes to Schultz, wing right side, underneath to Egamite, shot, no good. Cole Burdick kept the ball alive, but it's run down by Dakota Dyke.
Egamite's shot coming off
And here is a long pass.
Boy, I don't know.
And
he's calling basket interference?
Yes, I think it was a long pass into the left corner.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a foul.
A foul.
Is the basket going to count? No. So it was a long pass on the left wing, pass down to Reed McCauley, who took a shot which was blocked, but the official called a foul on Egamite.
I was going to talk about Egamite's shooting tonight. He hit his first one to start the game, hit that sweet one off the window in the first half. Everything else coming off his hand is flat. I mean, it's really a flat shot, and it hasn't worked for him here in his last 3 attempts.
The first one is good by McCauley. And the second one, no good. Tipped around out there. Nice rebound by Colton Tash for the Spartans, and they're going to get a second chance here.
Yeah, that was the issue with them in the first half. Ripon doing a pretty good job here early in the second half.
So now the ball is being passed around from the right court to the left side. Now it's Jaden Grotti double teamed, goes into the right corner by Dyke, who hands it off quickly inside to Farrell, who gets fouled.
That's what you do against the zone. They got the ball to the top wing. When the top wing was there, he got it to the shooter in the corner, and then the high post slid down the lane line. They fed him, and they collapsed on him and got the foul. Excellent execution attacking the zone.
The foul, by the way, on Caleb Hopp, his third, team's fifth. The free throw by Carter Farrell is good. So the Spartans retake the lead, 45-44. 10:22 remains in the second half. Second free throw, also good. Carter Farrell with 7. 46-44 now, Spartans. Tigers bringing it up. Brooks, Willett, right side, Schultz. He has it, looking. Carlson, Willett, wing left side, one dribble, back to Carlson, Schultz, right wing.
Laconia in their own 2-3 zone now for the
cross court to Riley Brooks for a long three, no good. Nice rebound in there by Willett. He gets it off to Spencer Schultz, though, who ran it down. Couple of dribbles, Schultz going to go to the basket, hands it off to Carlson. Carlson underneath, shot is up, no good. No foul is called, the ball is loose. Carlson runs it down, it goes out of bounds, and it's Laconia's ball. Wow, good hustle.
Yeah, I can appreciate his spirit, but if I'm Carlson, I'm getting out of that pressure after that, getting that loose ball, and I'm going to dribble out of it or pass out of it. It's just too big in there.
Well, it's 46-44 Spartans.
Hey, we got a rumble-tumble game right now.
Tigers had their chance to tie it up, but couldn't do it. Now we have a bad pass by Jaden Grotti, and it's Ripon ball.
Laconia was momentarily saved in the fact that it hit your favorite ref.
Yeah, Rockin' Bob.
And but still didn't work, so it's Ripon ball in the turnover.
All right, so here comes Ripon. Spencer Schultz has it on the inbound wing right side. Willett, Carlson. Schultz cuts across into the lane, gets the ball, but had the ball blocked, picks it back up. Free throw line, shot, good! By Spencer Schultz, who's got 8.
Most spirited game I've seen Spencer Schultz play this season, and that's what you got to have.
We're back to tied at 46, 9 minutes in the second half. And now, Carter Farrell had the ball, being guarded by Brandon Carlson, who got a little too aggressive, gets called for a foul.
Yeah, he reached in on it, and in retaliation, the dribbler pushed off, and Carlson wanted that call. He's got to stop talking to the refs.
Yeah. Here's the inbound, a 3 by Jaden Grotti, no good. Riley Brooks the rebound.
Under 9 minutes, chance for Ripon to take the lead.
Here's Willett. Jump pass to Spencer Schultz on the wing. Goes over to Carlson. And they're trying to get to Brooks, who had posted up.
Yeah, he couldn't. Well, you got Willett also going baseline right there.
And he got the ball from Burdick, and he puts it up and in, underhanded, with his back to the basket.
He was open before, but Carlson couldn't see him over the bigger defender. That time they went to the wing, good feed.
4 points for Henry Willett, beautiful play. Nice shot. And there's a travel.
Yeah.
And it is a travel on Colton Tash. And a turnover, and the Tigers get the ball back.
Ripon asserting their own pressure on the opposition, and it's working. And by the way, since Laconia just put in this zone, Ripon's doing a great job of understanding it and how to attack it with the overload.
So Spencer Schultz gets the ball up to Willett. Burdick in the right corner, back to Schultz. Left side, Riley Brooks for a long three. Are you kidding me?
Who's he think he is, Taylor Wirtz?
Oh my gosh. I mean, that's a really long three, folks.
Yeah, that was probably 6 to 7 feet above the line, eh?
Yeah, at least 5, I'm telling you. It was quite a ways away.
Yeah.
But it's now 51-46 Tigers. 7:45 remains in the second half. Jaden Grotti, pass stolen by Spencer Schultz. He's going to lay it up and in.
We're going to get a full timeout by Coach Brooks.
Whoa.
And Ripon with a 7-point lead just like that, and they're doing it with pressure above the three-point line, hitting those passing lanes and getting thefts.
53-46 Tigers.
Hoo-ah.
The Butzine Marchant Funeral Home is one of our great sponsors, bringing you Ripon Tigers boys basketball. They have been serving local families with grace and compassion since 1896. Fortify Bank is growing Wisconsin. One person, one business, one relationship at a time. Visit fortifybank.com to see how banking locally is a win for you and our community. Member FDIC. Fusion Heating and Cooling, the area's newest family-oriented Trane dealer, offers service on all manufacturers' brands and specializes in providing solutions for all your home comfort needs. Getting the job professionally done and on time is Fusion Heating and Cooling, servicing Ripon and surrounding areas.
I see an assistant for Ripon College here tonight. Is it for pleasure, or is he watching someone like, I'm taking a guess, at Dakota Dyke, the senior, the 6'4" muscle man with a good skill set?
That could be. I'll tell you what, he's had a good game. He's been a little more quiet, though, in the second half.
Yeah, fouls might have something to do with it.
Anyway, the Tigers up by 7, 53-46. Laconia ball after the timeout. This is going to be Jaden Grotti to Dyke, who posted up by the free throw line, and he finds wide open underneath Reed McCauley for 2.
And Dyke, they collapsed on it, but he didn't bring the ball down for a big to his waist, and he kept it high, chin up, found his open teammate.
Very nice play out of the timeout. So it's 53-48. Here are the Tigers. Spencer Schultz having a game, 10 points tonight. And he has it. Going to the right side is Willett.
Yeah,
Hagamite right corner. Goes to Burdick. Burdick will turn around. He's looking to go to someone. Finally finds Schultz, and who gets to Riley Brooks on the left wing. Riley Brooks is going to take a shot. In and out, no good. Rebound by the Spartans. Keaton Grotti. Quickly, long pass underneath the basket. Carter Farrell's shot was blocked by Riley Brooks.
And he thought he had it because he got him in the air. He went up, and then he was able to jump off the floor twice. Oh, my goodness, what an athletic play by Brooks.
6:10 remaining in the second half, 53-48, Ripon. Here is Henry Willett, right corner, Burdick, shot, no good. Rebound comes out of there, Laconia, and that is Jaden Grotti. Takes it to the free throw line, takes it to the basket. Shot is up, and it is no good, but he is fouled.
Transition by Laconia is impressive. And what better way to attack a zone than push the ball before the zone can set up? That's an example of that. The other thing on Ripon's side is the way that Willett and Schultz are playing defense against the zone on top has been very impressive here in the last 4 minutes.
Hagamite's foul, by the way, his second and the team's 7th. So now Laconia is in the bonus. Making the free throw is Jaden Grotti. He makes the first, so he'll get a second. It's now 53-49, Ripon, 5:57 remaining. Here's the second one, also good. Jaden Grotti has 12 points, 53-50.
Shout out to my buddy Keith Cram, he's watching.
So here's Riley Brooks now, right side, Burdick, Spencer Schultz, top of the key. Tigers moving around, posting up. Riley Brooks. Look for that fadeaway. There it is, but no good.
Yeah, your body's twisted. You can't square it.
This time rebounded by Jaden Grotti. Here he comes. Wing on the left. Going to circle all the way around. Farrell, right corner for a three. No good. That was Reed McCauley. Riley Brooks comes away with it. Wing. Top of the key, Spencer Schultz. Carlson on the left side. Carlson, couple of dribbles, drives into the lane. He stops. Goes to Riley Brooks now in the right corner. Brooks makes the move deeper into the corner. Drives to the basket. Shot up, no good. He was not fouled, at least no call. And Laconia comes away with it.
I'm surprised Brooks isn't shooting the fade instead of attacking a double team.
Wow, Jaden Grotti goes coast to coast, puts the ball up and in. He's got 14, and look out, 53-52 Ripon.
Below 5 minutes.
4:40 remains in the second half. Riley Brooks, Spencer Schultz, right wing. He has got it. Looking, he's going to dribble into that right side, pulls back out. Burdick, give and go. Oh, the rush, Spencer Schultz blocked from behind by Keaton Grotti.
That's how athletic these Laconia players are.
So now the Spartans have it back. Farrell, Jaden Grotti to the hoop, shot up, no good. Burdick had it, he lost it out of bounds.
Yeah.
On the rebound.
This reminds me of the old when Laconia and Ripon were in the same conference. A long time my kid was playing, class of 2000. That's how long ago. Great games, Laconia and Ripon.
4:12 remaining, 53-52. Here comes Spartans. A turnaround into the lane, no good by Jaden Grotti. The Tigers get the rebound, and it's Riley Brooks slowing things down. Across the timeline, under 4 minutes now.
Set the ball screens higher, fellas.
Here's Spencer Schultz from Brooks. Schultz, wing right side, looking, gonna drive to the basket right side. He pulls back out though, and he goes to Riley Brooks now at the free throw line to the right. Brooks makes a move, gonna shoot a three. It's money in the bank. Riley Brooks with his 5th three tonight.
I'd much rather see him square. Forget what the distance of the shot is, right? The fade 6-footer, the fade 15-footer, or the deep three. When he's square, he is scary.
Hometown Radio is your local source for news, weather, and sports. Tune in to WRPM and WRPN and team up every morning with Bob Nelson to find out what's happening in your area. What's for breakfast tomorrow? Maybe fresh hand-cut donuts from the in-store bakery at Webster's Marketplace. Webster's Marketplace is open at 6 a.m. daily, Highway 23 West in Ripon. One of our sponsors is Walsworth. We believe a company like a family is made stronger when differences are embraced and not condemned. Check out walsworth.com/careers for hiring opportunities. Proud to support Ripon High School. Well, Marty, 3:33 remains.
Ripon found an overdrive 5th gear that we haven't seen a lot in the second half of the games that we've covered this season. And it's a pleasure to see. You know they're having more fun, Ripon is right now. And they got a chance to beat a very good team in non-conference.
56-52. Laconia has the ball. Grotti, Farrell, left side, cutting across the lane was Dakota Dyke, but they couldn't get him the ball. He's still there, posted up. Over to the right side for a three, no good. But the rebound bounces right into the arms of Keaton Grotti, who puts it up and in.
How many second chances have we talked about in the first half that we had to do a better job of? He missed that three so badly that they came up with a loose change.
Under 3 minutes now. It's 56-54 Tigers. Here's Burdick to Riley Brooks underneath. Good!
Excellent feed by Burdick from the big to the big.
So it's 58-54 Ripon. I was trying to count up Riley Brooks' points, but I think I'm going to have to do it after the game. He's in the 20s somewhere.
2-possession game with 2.5 minutes exactly. Ripon up.
So here's Carter Farrell into the corner. Dyke, oh, a nice pass to Keaton Grotti, who cut down the lane.
Boy, did he ever, and the zone lost contact of him.
58-56 Tigers. 2:10 remains in the second half. Here's Riley Brooks. Hands it off to Carlson. Carlson looking to go somewhere. He goes left side to Burdick.
Strong with the ball.
Burdick, Spencer Schultz, top of the key. Riley Brooks is cut across the lane. Goes underneath the Henry Willett, but it's knocked out of bounds. Oh, it went off of Henry Willett's hands, apparently. He was the last one to touch it. So it's going to be Spartans' ball with a chance to tie or take the lead. So here now is Jaden Grotti. Gets across the timeline, and there's going to be a timeout called.
Interesting timeout here with $1:48 left.
For a truly delicious lunch or evening dinner, plan to visit the Pastimes Pub and Grill. Carol's homemade soups are always available, along with a great variety of sandwiches, awesome burgers, and salads. Be sure to try their popular baby back ribs, available every Saturday night. If you enjoy cooking, stop in and apply at Pastimes Pub and Grill, downtown Ripon. The Ripon Area School District mission is empowering learners, engaging community, and enriching the world. Ripon students follow this in early childhood programs, project-based charter schools, K-12 engineering courses, strong fine arts offerings, extracurricular offerings, and the Start College Early program. Come experience what happens when excellence meets innovation. 1:48 remains, Marty. Ripon 58, Laconia 56. From what I've seen, by far the best full complete game the Tigers have played this season.
That we've covered.
Yeah,
we've
covered. Yeah.
The question is, with $1:48, Ripon with the lead, but the visitors have the ball. See the spacing right now? How spread out Laconia is, trying to pull that zone out to create gaps in the zone.
Here's Jaden Grotti. Goes to the top of the key to the right side, over to McCauley. Grotti, left side. That's Farrell. He's going to dribble it all the way back to the top of the key to Jaden Grotti on the wing on the left. He looks, dribbles, stops, right side over to Farrell on that wing. Cutting across the lane is Dyke trying to get him the ball. Here's a long three, no good by Jaden Grotti. The rebound to Burdick. He's fouled.
Burdick has to understand when he gets the ball in his hands in the backcourt, he's got to stop playing like his hair's on fire.
Jaden Grotti's got called for the foul, his first, but only the team's fourth.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. Don't get me wrong. He's had a nice game and some really nice assists, Burdick.
So here's Spencer Schultz with it. Going over to Henry Willett. Little figure eight. He stops. Goes to Burdick. Burdick way out high. Now to Riley Brooks. Also way out high, but at the top of the key area.
Every Ripon player has to come to the ball, meet the ball.
Brandon Carlson on the wing. Passes it off to Burdick. And Burdick is fouled.
And that was coming off the timeout. We didn't talk about it, but that's what I was going to wonder. If they didn't score on the other end and Ripon still maintains a lead, were they going to take the air out of the ball, Ripon, and try to do that? Well, we got the answer. They are. 50 seconds.
Ripon gets the inbound. Spencer Schultz has it. To Riley Brooks, right corner, back to Schultz. He faked a three to Willett. Gets the ball back. And now Schultz is going to get fouled. That's going to be the sixth team foul of the half. So one more for Ripon to get into the bonus. This foul is on Keaton Grotti, his first.
The Kewaskum game, the last that we called, Ripon did not shoot free throws well. Keep that in mind.
Quick inbound to Henry Willett to the left corner. Back to Spencer Schultz. He gets fouled, so he'll be the one going to the free throw line with 36 seconds to go. That foul on Keaton Grotti, his second, team 7. So both teams with 17 fouls and a bonus.
This is the point in the game where when you're shooting free throws in a close game with seconds remaining, you know who the parents are of the shooter. Because they generally will be putting their head down, walking out in the lobby.
So let's see. No good. So Spencer Schultz missed the first one. And Cole Burdick
Well,
He was trying to bother Dakota Dyke, who got the rebound, and he fouled him.
what is Burdick possibly thinking? I mean, what do you do? I mean,
yeah, he fouled him.
What are you doing? Fouling a guy after a rebound way down there when you have the lead, and now they have a chance to tie with a half minute left.
That's his third, 8th team shooting the free throw. Dakota Dyke, he has 13 points tonight, and he gets a 1+1 if made, and it is no good. Riley Brooks had the rebound, couldn't control it, and it went out of bounds.
Boy, how many times has that happened in this game tonight with Ripon?
Yeah.
The rebound, self-inflicted, going out of bounds on Ripon rebounds.
Jaden Grady will inbound. 31 seconds remains in the second half. Jaden Grady gets the ball from Dyke. Grady, top of the circle.
2 to tie.
Right side, bad pass. Oh, but it was recovered by McCauley of the Spartans. His pass knocked out of bounds by Henry Willett. Laconia keeps it at 19 seconds.
Yeah, they're down 2, so they can tie. They can take the lead. If they can get Ripon defense playing great right now.
Dyke inbounds it to Grady. He goes in the wing left side into the lane, to the left corner, to Grady, 11 seconds, drives to the basket, dumps it off to Dakota Dyke, who makes the shot. And we're tied with 5 seconds to go, but Ripon takes a timeout.
We'll see if they do anything with the clock or not. Interesting in pregame talking to Coach Brooks.
Wow.
Here we are, Lynn, the same situation with 3.8 seconds left against Kewaskum. Ripon trailing by 2. They're tied in this circumstance, so they can't lose it. But they ran that play the coach talked about he learned many years ago as an assistant down in Sussex. And they pulled it off to perfection. Didn't get the 3 ball to drop to steal it from Kewaskum. But are we going to see the same inbounds play?
Wow.
I dare say why not, which would be a pass to the middle, to the wing, and then you see a
Brooks cutting in the middle.
Brooks cutting down the middle.
Yeah. Why not? It worked so perfect the last time.
We'll
see.
Yeah, and the idea is to give, as Coach Brooks says, to give the players an opportunity to get the shot.
That basket by Dakota Dyke, by the way, he has 15 points on the night.
Yeah.
But
what a feed,
what
penetration,
a feed,
dribble.
I know.
Everybody thought the kid with the dribble is going to stop and pop. And a great job of finding his wingman, Dakota Dyke, on the game-tying basket with 5 seconds and change.
So it's 5.3 seconds, tied at 58. Spencer Schultz will inbound. He has the lane to move. He's looking, gets it over to Burdick. Burdick to Riley Brooks, but it was knocked out of bounds by Laconia. So now the ball is in front of the Ripon bench.
Yep, so you made up some real estate. With 3 seconds, you got time for a pass and a dribble and a shot.
So Riley Brooks is inbounding, and it goes to Spencer Schultz, lays it up, oh, a little hard, follow through by Cole Burdick, and the game is over. The Tigers win it. Oh my gosh.
My goodness, I think when they saw Brooks was the inbounder, it surprised Laconia.
It surprised me.
Yes, and a great lob to Schultz. Schultz in the trees does a layup, overlaid it, but to his credit, his instincts, Cole Burdick on the weak side follow.
All of that with 3 seconds.
All that with 3 seconds.
Oh my.
Wow.
And the Tigers win it 60-58. My.
And we got to see it for free.
Oh, yes, we did. Yes, we did. What a fantastic finish.
Can you be happier? Any happier for this team that
very
has
happy
struggled all season?
For the Ripon Tigers. Very happy for them to get the win. It puts them now at 4-14 on the season, and Laconia will now drop to 10-8 overall.
They're going to be back in action in this same gym in less than 24 hours, taking on the Wolves. So back into conference action. They'll be diving back into that with Winneconne. And then we're going to be doing the girls game. You and I, you'll join. I'll be doing that solo tomorrow night. You'll be with the college game. And then we go with the girls' game with Winneconne Thursday night.
Yep.
And then the boys are going to jump back into the fire again. 3 home games this year we're covering with the Panthers of Plymouth. So I'll let you wrap up this game with scores or points.
Yep. What an exciting finish here tonight. It really, really was.
Jeez Louise. Longest 5.8 seconds I've seen in a while.
So Tigers will win it. So let's review the scoring. We'll first begin for Laconia in no particular order. For the Spartans, it was Carter Farrell who had 7 points. Jaden Grady had 14. Keaton Grady with 6. Dakota Dyke had 15. Reed McCauley had 13. And Ethan Pino had 3 points. For the Ripon Tigers, Spencer Schultz, terrific game, had 10 points.
Boy, he did have maybe the best game we've seen him have this year. And complete, just not the 10 points. We're talking the complete game.
Alex Mansell had 3 points. Cole Burdick had 4, including the game winner at the buzzer.
Wow.
Kai Agamite with 2. Henry Willett with 4. Brandon Carlson had 3. And I've got to count up now Riley's points. He had 5 threes. That's 15. And let's see. So that and he also had 7 baskets. So that's 29 points. 4 free throws, 33 on the night.
37 Friday night.
So 33 points for Riley Brooks in this game, a little more than half of his team points.
And another mention, too, how, hustling effort can be contagious. And when you look at the threesome of Carlson, Schultz, and Willett on the top of that zone, what it did, and particularly in the second half, it gave them a lead, and it got a lot of juices flowing for that team to carry them to that amazing victory at the end.
And a victory it was. Very exciting. Actually, a sweep for the Tigers. The JV1 team, which played in front of us here earlier tonight, they won their game 51-46.
Here you go.
And, of course, this game, the varsity, the Tigers win it 60-58. And as Marty mentioned, Tuesday night, tomorrow, he'll be here for another boys game. I'll be announcing the Ripon College game. They play Beloit College tomorrow at the Wilmore Center. And then we'll be back, you and I will be back here Thursday, girls game against Winneconne, and then again on Friday.
With the boys versus Plymouth in the cat fight. So
there you go. Terrific game tonight. Game-winning shot. Cole Burdick at the buzzer to win it for the Tigers, 60-58. We want to thank all of our sponsors for making our broadcast possible here tonight. We really do appreciate it. And, of course, we want to thank Cole as well over there. Did a great job
Cole
tonight.
Gregney, he went solo tonight. I mean, he's got all these. Look at that. Look at all the screens over there on those monitors.
I know.
And then worked the camera too, and then was able to start my car already. And it's just amazing what this guy can do.
And I think Jason Mansmith, we want to thank him for producing and and everything that he does.
Back on the board. Now, he won't be doing it tomorrow night. It'll be Sarah Kessage tomorrow night on the board.
All right. Well, again, great victory for the Tigers.
Yes.
Defeating Laconia. The final score was 60-58. For Marty Ernzer, I'm Lynn Krause. The Ripon Tiger Sports Network thanks you for joining the broadcast of Ripon Tiger Sports on the Ripon Channel, 987, 93.1 FM, and AM 1600 The Wave. So long, everybody.